with the face. So I think I have enough to shave with. If you can't see it, I'm sorry, but I have to bring myself back in the cycle I had before I had my sciatica. So I'm doing this on a Sunday, and then next Saturday I'll release it. So with that, I'm going to be using Modern Barbershop, which actually was formulated by accident. I mixed a couple of things together, and it smelled great. So yeah, that was an accident. So I'll be using that, and I'm going to also use, I believe this is the T2. So I have it on setting 2, and we'll see what happens with that. And I have my skull brush, which I haven't, I think I last time I used it was Halloween several years ago. So I think I'm gonna, I saw it in there and I said, hey, what the hell, man, I'm gonna use it. And then gonna use Modern Barbershop aftershave too. I'll put it in, let's do a bowl lather, and I'm gonna use the face bowl. So let's get started, and don't go away. Okay, so you see the bowl is empty, and this is the soap that we're going to be using, Modern Barbershop. And this is the way it looks. This is the texture of the soap, very easy to scoop out. And I'm going to place that right here in the bowl. Saw Mary today, she was all smiles. It was very nice. Some days I go and I get no reactions, and some days really nice. So we had a good time together. I brought her chicken franchise, which she seems to enjoy. So I mean, I can't bring it every day, and I can't bring her food from the outside every day, but every chance I get, I do, and I'm sure she appreciates it. So, here's the brush. There it is. Take a good look at it. I got this from a guy who lives in Sweden. His name is Magnus. I know it wasn't like he made it himself, but I thought, you know what, I'll buy it from him, and that was pretty cool. And I thought he's a nice guy too. So I'm gonna wet this brush. Gonna empty the contents of it right there. If I need to add more water, I will. And let's just incorporate. And I think I will, because the brush didn't hold a lot of moisture, but here we go. More water. Remember, you can always add more water in, but you can't take it out. So just start small and work your way up, and you should be fine. I think we're almost done here. Jeez. All right. Let me just try it. Gotta change hands for a sec. Here we go. All right. Now you'll see. All right. So let's take this and bring it to the face and do the rest of the shave. Okay, so I have about 4 or 5 days growth. So let me wet the face. If any of my listeners are in California and experiencing some hard times there, my heart goes out to you guys. I just hope they stop politicizing the event and concentrate on helping people. Finger pointing is not the answer. So I'm going to apply this right now. I do have to say it's awkward to hold this brush, but you know, I don't use it that often. Okay, and I can still smell some of the badger odor from the brush, you know, because I rarely use this at all, you know, so. All right, so putting that there, doing this, and taking the T2, I'm gonna give it a little bath there. And let's start at the bottom. I always, if I'm not using my Occam's razor, I have to be very careful, because the Occam's razor spoils you. I have a feather blade, a Feather Guard Pro blade in the Occam's razor, and it allows me to go really quick without nicks or cuts. It's just, I don't want to, I know you heard it all before, but something you haven't heard is Vanilla Sky. I watched it again with, that was a Tom Cruise, and he was someone who got into an accident and disfigured, and then went into a company that dealt with cryogenics. Well, I don't want to spoil it for you, but I do. But there was a lot of great stars in the movie, and it's been out for quite a while. I don't know if I'm going to spoil it by telling you the end, but I don't want to. But I recommend that. And you'll see how young everybody is. And then, so Vanilla Sky, definitely something I would recommend for you to watch. You could probably find it on Netflix, or I think it was on, what was I watching? Showtime? Well, they gave me Showtime for free for like 3 months, so it was on there, so I saw it. And then there's this new movie going to be released January 16th, and it's called Mr. K. And Mr. K is played by Crispin Glover. And he is a really underrated actor. I think he does a wonderful job at everything he's in, you know. And yes, he's been fighting for his image, not to be. What happened was they made a mask of his face because they had to do that during the movie, but they used that mask in order to put another actor in so he could star as him in the second Back to the Future movie. And it's because of that and his suing for that, then they can no longer do that. And that I'm glad that he did that. You know? Let's see. I have my own. Yeah. So, Mr. K is about a movie. It's a movie about a traveling magician. And he finds himself in this hotel, and it's getting increasingly difficult to leave. And it keeps getting worse and worse, and he gets involved in like a nightmare. So, kind of like on the same vein as Vanilla Sky, but it's not out yet. I haven't seen it, but it seems to be a wonderful movie. I don't know. Can I give it a recommendation? I sure do, because I like the actor. He's good. Anyway, however you feel, you decide what you want to see. But I think I'm going to see it. I have Modern Aftershave here. I'm going to just shake it up for a little bit. Whatever's left in there. And then just apply it. I'm all good for tomorrow. Alright. So, put this back. So, I had a good shave, very close. Number 2 was the setting I was on, so that worked for me. And I hope you have a great shave. I had one. And I'll see you next week. So long. Like and subscribe.